Hey, this is Not Too Fast here, and in today's video I will be showing you how to fix broken plastic parts in a vehicle. And this one here is a Chrysler 300M, and what I need to fix is this door handle right here. You see the trim is actually cracked right in half. Now to replace this, a used one is about $60–70, quite expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and I'll show you how you can fix this and repair this. To remove this door handle, what you need to do is get a flathead and pop open this cover, and inside here there's actually a Phillips screw. Let's carefully remove this. So this is what I had to do. I thought the screw would have been able to release this handle, but actually underneath at the bottom here, this piece is actually molded to the door panel itself. One of them even molded is that there's a plastic tab that sticks out, and they melted it to the door panel itself. So I ended up sticking a soldering iron here just to melt that plastic to remove this. Now I can remove the door panel, of course, but regardless, even if I had the door panel off, I still would have had to melt that plastic tab at the back here to release this handle. Go ahead and disconnect this connector. You see that blue tab? This holds a metal rod. You want to push this in to release the metal rod. And then once you release it, this metal hook, you see it right there, will come off. So here I have the door handle here. What you'll need is also some fiberglass mat. You can pick these up at automotive shops or some supply stores that provide some supplies for auto body. And also you'll need epoxy. Now typically when you work with fiberglass, you should use like a resin, epoxy resin that comes in a big can. But you know, for a job like this, you really don't need to buy that whole jar. So just get some sandpaper. Let's go over the area that's cracked or broken. You need to do this all around. Anything that needs to be glued on later on, just rough it up a bit, same as the other side. Then get yourself a damp cloth and just wipe the surface. Clean it up. To use the epoxy, what you want to do is remove this cap that's on the handle, and this is actually for you to seal the tip when you're done. Okay, and then get yourself some side cutters, and you want to cut off the tip. The first thing you want to do is apply epoxy on both surfaces and glue it together, and also spread some epoxy on the inside surface. As far as the outside surface, keep it clean and make sure there's no epoxy coming out, and if there are, just get a paper towel and just wipe it off. Hold it for about 5 minutes and let it set. Get yourself the fiberglass mat, and all you need to do is cut some strips, because what we're going to do is that we're going to bond this fiberglass mat, these strips of it, onto the back of the door handle, and we're going to use the epoxy to soak up the fiberglass mat onto the surface here. So that is going to be used as a reinforcement to make sure that this does not break again. So you can cut into pieces and just cut off the extra bits. And you may want to wear gloves to make sure that the epoxy and the fiberglass doesn't get all over the place and get onto your hand. Okay, here I've cut a lot of small pieces like this, little piece of rectangle, and I'm going to start putting these pieces over this inside surface. But first we'll need to mix more epoxy, and this time you might want to mix a little bit more only because we're probably going to do 2 layers of fiberglass. So again, put the cap back on, seal this up, and go ahead and mix this. Mix it well. We'll go ahead and start spreading the epoxy onto the inside surface. You want to do one section at a time. While this is wet, go ahead and grab your fiberglass. Just lay it down right in here. It does get a little messy, so that's why you want to use gloves. Just pat it down like so. And then we'll put some more epoxy on top. Can you see this piece is soaked up with the epoxy now? And just make sure you press everything in. And always put another layer here like this. So now we have 2 layers. Starting to set, you can tell it's getting really sticky and thick now. So let this dry. So we'll do one side right now, this side, and then we'll work on the other side later on. Now we'll mix up another batch. Okay, so let this dry. So I've waited about maybe 30-40 minutes. That's when it fully cures. And all you have to do is get a pair of scissors, and anything that is hanging off the edge, any extras, just cut off the extra bits. So from the front you don't see it. Now we're ready to reinstall this. So first what you want to do is grab this rod and insert it into that hole. Then all you have to do is flip this blue latch over the rod. I'll lock it in place. Now we'll connect up the power lock connector. Close that cap, and that's it. So that's how you can fix a broken part in a vehicle very inexpensively, instead of spending a lot of money to replace a part. Anyways, if you have any questions, leave a comment below, and if you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you.